Please sign this. This is a marriage contract. Exactly. Are you joking? Me secretary Kim Jungkook asked. No, I'm serious, the secretary said without a hesitate of playfulness in his face. Jungkook signed and wrapping the paper, then ripped it apart just like how it ripped the secretary heart into pieces. I don't have time for your jokes. Please just stop this and go back to work, Jungkook said. With that, the secretary just left the room with once again a broken heart. He closed the door of his boss' office and went to his own desk. Jimin then came up to him to pass some papers. Hey Taehyung, you look sad, Jimin said as he noticed. Jungkook rejected me again, Taehyung pouted. Jimin sighed and pat his friend's back. Well, we all know no one has a cream on him, just give it up. Jimin advised. No, Jimin, I'm not giving up, Taehyung said and felt determined again. Jimin just ran again, feeling pity towards his friend that is repeatedly getting hurt because of his boss. Jungkook was finally finished reading the important document and putting stamp and signature on those needed. That means he is finally going home. But then he heard a knock on the door. Come in, he said. The door opened and revolving his secretary, but he was not looking normal because he dressed up as one of those cute anime cats with ears and tail while wearing a short skirt. What is this again, Taehyung? Jungkook asked with an undead voice. How do I look? Taehyung asked. You look stupid, Jungkook replied. Taehyung groaned and rolled his eyes. Am I trying your attention? And you, Taehyung exclaimed and stopped in his feet, and his plum doesn't seem to work. Jungkook then slowly went to where Taehyung was standing until he was in front of the younger. You know, you are the office, right? Jungkook said. Do you want me to fire you? Jungkook suggested. You can't fire me, Taehyung said. Is that so? Jungkook said and tripped even closer to Taehyung. With that, Taehyung felt suddenly nervous. Jungkook's eyes were peering through Jungkook's soul. Taehyung can't read if it's anger of what. Why do you look so scared now? Are not you trying to me? Jungkook asked in a low tone and pulled the younger's paw attached to his dress so their faces would be an inch apart each other. Taehyung couldn't step back because of Jungkook's hold. Jungkook saw Taehyung shaking. He chuckled and finally let go. Wake up from your fantasy, Mr. Kim, Jungkook said and chuckled as he felt the secretary standing there dumbfounded. Taehyung then quickly go back to his sense and running to the follow his boss, forgetting to even changing. Jungkook, wait for me, Taehyung said and ran up to his Jungkook was waiting from his driver at the lobby. I don't see your driver yet, Taehyung said. Then, after a few seconds, he grabbed the orders and started running, causing for Jungkook to stumble and following him while they ran. Where do you think you are taking me? Jungkook exclaimed. We are going on a date, Taehyung said. And then, did I agree to this? Jungkook asked while being pulling to Taehyung. You don't have to agree, Taehyung said. This is a kidnapping, Jungkook exclaimed while still being pulled by the younger. They finally arrived at the chicken place. Come on, I am a regular here. I'll get a discount, Taehyung said. Are not you gonna talk of your customer first? You don't want to be asked why are you seducing me, right? Jungkook suggested. Alright, Taehyung said and took off his cat ears and tail put in his bag. Jungkook took off his office coats and gave it to the younger. Please, cover yourself. You are in a public. Jungkook said, taking about his bare legs and went inside, leaving the coat of the younger. After putting on the blazer to cover his skin, he then saw the lady that owns the shopping tag with his boss, Mr. Hi, Mrs. Chung. Hi, Mr. Chung. We are here, chicken and beer. Taehyung said. Oh, honey, you didn't tell me you have a Kindemoson boyfriend, the old lady said and winked at the Taehyung, then left to get their other orders. What did you tell to Mrs. Chung? Taehyung asked. Nothing, Jungkook said and went to the empty table without saying any more words. Taehyung then looked surprisingly at Jungkook on how he was acting. After a few minutes, the order has arrived. As soon as the plateful of chicken was placed on the table, Taehyung's mouth began to water. The old lady first served the food and then dug in. I am praying, so eat whatever and how may you like, Taehyung said and took a big bite of a piece of chicken. Do you want beer? Taehyung asked and on the chicken meat inside his mouth while strewing it on the both sides of his cheek, making himself look like a squirrel. Jungkook choked when he thought about Taehyung looking like a squirrel right now. Taehyung then stopped chowing and asked why he was laughing. I just realized you look like a squirrel just now, Jungkook said. Oh, that? Everyone said that, Taehyung said and smiled. So, do you want some beer? Taehyung asked. Jungkook nodded and took a bite of the chicken in his hand. Taehyung then asked for 2 cans of beer. Taehyung looked smiled for the sudden thoughts of a plan of seduce Jungkook. Okay, getting it was not a part of my plan. Taehyung winked when Jungkook surprised all his into Jungkook's clothes. They were almost at Taehyung's apartment when Jungkook can't contain it anymore and his secretary from work, who trying to him. After the mess, they still continued to Taehyung's apartment with the odors all over them. He immediately took their dirty clothes off once they arrived inside his apartment because he really can't with the smell anymore. He then took new clothes for Jungkook. After getting himself cleaned up, he cleaned Jungkook to so the awful smell wouldn't be in his apartment. Taehyung, you brat, Jungkook talked in his sleep. Taehyung then rolled his eyes at the odor. Do you really hate me that much? He said and glared at Jungkook, who was sitting on his couch, wearing his clothes, which the younger found quite cute. I really don't know what's with Secretary Kim, Jungkook said. But he's so cute, he mumbled and hugged the small pillow lying on the couch and hold up his legs, making his small. Taehyung, who was watching, just fell in love with his boss more at this stage. Still, he is so annoying. I want to punch him in the face Jungkook mobile again. Taehyung, who was smiling while they watching Jungkook, turned his smile into the and tossed his blanket while forced to Jungkook in annoyance. "You are so mean, too mean," Taehyung said and huffed. He then went to Jungkook so he could buffet him with the blanket. He offered for the order. He actually already forgot his plan of the order because of he was too distracted at how Jungkook was so cute up in a couch with little snores. He then stood up to go and sleep on his bed, but a certain grave from his waist him from doing so. It was Jungkook. "Kiss me," Jungkook said, still not sober. Taehyung didn't know why did he hesitate in that situation. Of course, he would take any just to get a kiss from Jungkook, but the older was already ignoring him and having zero interest in him. But this time, it felt right but wrong in the same time. Jungkook is drunk. He just realized what he was doing is wrong. He maybe want to the older, but he wouldn't because he didn't want Jungkook to hate him more. He does. Taehyung then sang surprisingly, rejecting the offer, but then was pulling down by the older, and all that he could feel was his lip pressed against Jungkook. Jungkook started to move toward the gaze, and Taehyung gave in a reply while he closed his eyes. After that, Jungkook finally got into deep sleep, while Taehyung was just dumbfounded, touching his lips as he can't think of anything but Jungkook's lips touching his own. Jungkook woke up with his head throbbing in pain due to the amount of alcohol he took last night. He groaned while he touched his head, wishing for the pain to go away. He then smelled the of a delicious meal coming from what he assumed in the kitchen. He just then realized he was not in his house. "Where the am I?" he asked himself. He stopped up from the couch he was lying and looked wobbly, stepped to the kitchen, revolving his secretary from work cooking. "Secretary came?" Jungkook asked, and that's when Taehyung turned around, taking off one of his AirPods. "Oh, you are awake? I made kimba soup for you," Taehyung said, and turning off the stove as he was already done cooking. "Why am I here? What did you do to me? Did something happen last night?" Jungkook prepared the younger with question with a slight nervous voice. Taehyung scoffed. "You are the one who did something to me," he wanted to say, but he wanted to tease the older for a bit. Taehyung smirked at Jungkook. "You just sold into me last night. It was big," Taehyung said and served Jungkook his bowl of soup. Jungkook breathed hesitant. "What do you mean?" Jungkook stuttered, making Taehyung cry even more. "You don't remember? You were so proud about it," Taehyung said, still making fun of Jungkook because he thinks it's funny. "What? What I did not. You are not." Jungkook can't make up any sentence to say with how flustered he was, and it made Taehyung burst out laughing. He can't take it anymore. Hey, why are you laughing? Jungkook asked. Taehyung laughed. He died down and he already calm when he replied. Gosh, Jungkook, you are so cute, Taehyung said and clenched one last time before taking a spoonful of his soup. Did I really show you my Jungkook asked, despite his ears turning red in embarrassment. Yeah, you did. You your passion house on a countryside. I forgot where exactly, but yeah, it was big, Taehyung said. With that statement, not only Jungkook's ears were red, but his face too. Taehyung noticed it. Taehyung noticed it and asked him if he's okay. I'm fine, Jungkook said. Why are your cheeks so red? Even your ears, Taehyung said as he looked at Jungkook. Are you blushing? Taehyung chuckled. Why are you thinking of something else? Jungkook, Taehyung asked, not finished on teasing the older. I need to pee, Jungkook said immediately, standing up and going to the washroom. As soon as Jungkook left, Taehyung let out a quiet but big laugh again because it was just so funny. Did you guys really just want it the office together? Jimin asked as soon as Jungkook went inside his office and Taehyung going to his own work. Yeah, we slept together, Taehyung said proudly. What? Jimin exclaimed. Other company staff went to look at their direction from the sudden noise and Jimin apologized for it immediately and go back to his conversation with Taehyung. What do you mean? You guys slept together? Jimin asked, lowering his voice. He slept in my apartment. He drank too much last night, Taehyung said. Oh, so your plan worked? Jimin asked. What plan? Oh, so I forget about the plan, Taehyung exclaimed quickly, just enough for Jimin to hear. So he did a fish plan for his friend. I was distracted. Jungkook was so cute, curled up in my couch. How can I think about anything else beside him? Taehyung exclaimed again. You have no hope? Taehyung Jimin sang. No, I do have hope. Watch me. Marry Jungkook one day. I'll let you be the floor boy, Taehyung said and rolled his eyes, then started to work by typing on his computer. I don't want to be the flower boy, Jimin exclaimed. Secretary Kim, come to my office. Jungkook spoke the mic while he pushed the button so it would connect to Taehyung's small speaker on his desk. After a few seconds, he heard a knock on the door and the sound of it opening, revolving his secretary. Yes, sir. The secretary asked and went near the CEO desk. I need you to agree our flight to UK tomorrow. Our client approved to the deal. Jungkook commanded. I thought we are having a honeymoon, Taehyung mumbled to himself. What was that? Jungkook asked, not hearing what the younger half said. I said, I will do it right away, Taehyung said with a smile and then exit Jungkook office. I need to get him to sign the marriage contract, and I just got the perfect plan for that. Taehyung grinned as he visualized his plan in his head while he walked to his desk. Our flight will be at the 3:30 p.m., sir, Taehyung reported while they sat at the waiting area at the airport. Okay, let's go, Jungkook said, standing up as it was time to go now. Taehyung and rest of the body along with Jungkook then went to their plan, which is Class A. Of course, Taehyung was seated beside the CEO. Jungkook just signed when he knew he would be sitting with this. Taehyung just smiled when Jungkook finally got to sit down next to him. Don't worry, I don't snore, Taehyung said. Jungkook just rolled his eyes. Are you planning anything on me again? Jungkook asked. Maybe, Taehyung said, just to tease the older. Jungkook just scoffed. You have ever been kicked out of a flying plane? Jungkook asked curiously while he took out his laptop, wanting to continue work. Gosh, you scare me sometimes, Taehyung said, hiding his face behind his and looking at Jungkook with his cute eyes. Good to know, Jungkook said, not even glancing at Taehyung. Taehyung just made a face to mock the older, but Jungkook turned to him and see he's doing it, so he immediately covered himself with his tiny blanket in fear of Jungkook would do something to him. After a few minutes, the plane already take off, and after a few minutes, Jungkook got tired of working on his laptop and yawned. He decided to finally close his laptop and sleep. He turned to his secretary, who's already in deep sleep, up in his blanket. Jungkook couldn't help but and turned mentally hitting himself from doing so, thinking that he shouldn't be thinking that the younger was cute. With that, he just ran and crossed his arm against his chest and leaned his head back and closed his eyes to sleep. He didn't want to lose his cool, and his former suits wouldn't suit those as cute blankets, so he just slept in that not so uncomfortable position. His head dropped from the side and soothing up and then turning to sleep again. Taehyung was then just happened to be awake and saw the older situation. He chuckled at the CEO cuteness. He then covered Jungkook with his blanket, making them share it and making the elder head lean on his shoulders as he slept. Taehyung smiled. Good night, Jungkook, Taehyung whispered and drifted again to sleep also. Taehyung secreted him. Jungkook called. Yes, sir. Taehyung immediately appeared as soon as the older called him. Where our car? Jungkook asked. Oh, I'll be here in a few seconds. I also already booked it from our hotel, Taehyung said as they walked out of the airport. As soon as they left the lobby, a black fancy car stopped right in front of them and bodyguards opening the door for the CEO at the back seat and the rest of the bodyguards were at the other car while Taehyung was with the CEO cars sitting at the front seat. The car then left the airport going to their reserved hotel while the other car following behind them. Sir, your lunch meeting tomorrow will be at 12 p.m. and you still have hours to spend in taking a rest and hotel, the secretary said. Okay, good, just make sure to prepare the papers, Jungkook replied. Of course, sir, Tang replied back. Please don't tell me we are roommate, Jungkook signed, guessing about Taehyung's plan. Oh no, you have your own room, Taehyung said. But my room will be next to yours, Taehyung added with excitement in his tone while made Jungkook roll his eyes. And I'm gonna check up on you from time to time, so be sure to lock your door, Taehyung teased and smirked. He then opened the door and Jungkook hotel room for the oldest to enter. Taehyung didn't want inside but just stood in front of the open door. You can access the pool outside. It's private, so you can use it however you like it if you want. The hotel is next to the beach just like you want it, so you can spend your time in the beach or something. Be comfortable in your stay here. I'll just be next door if you noted me, the secretary repeated and left. Jungkook closed the door and flopped down his bed. After a few minutes, he decided to get some hot bath to relax. Till already nighttime and Jungkook was just reading a book in his bed after taking a nap, while at the other room he heard people laughing at they seemed to be having fun. Most of the noise came from the one and only Taehyung. Jungkook seemed too distracted from the noise next to door. He stood up and walked out the door. He went straight to the room next to him, which is Taehyung's. He opened the door, which was surprisingly not locked. Just then, the noise stopped and everyone became silent as the people inside turning their heads towards the CEO who was standing at the door. What are you guys doing? Jungkook asked. We are planning, Taehyung bravely replied, despite seeing the displeased face from the older. Can't you let's quiet it down? Jungkook asked in a calm tone. Taehyung then stood up. Why won't you join us? It all will be fun, I promise, Taehyung said, approaching Jungkook. And why would I do that? Jungkook says. You are always on your own. Don't you want to play with us? Come on. Just this one. Taehyung encouraged more. I said I don't want to, Jungkook straightly said. He then looked at the other people in the room with cold eyes. And why are you guys not working? Do you think I am paying for you to slack off? Go back to work. The bodyguard then immediately went to the room, scared of the CEO. Jungkook then rolled his eyes and went back to his hotel. But he realized it was locked. He searched for his key on his pocket, but remember he left in his desk. He cursed. What's wrong, baby? Taehyung asked, popping his head on at the other side of the door of his room. Jungkook glared the younger for calling him such pet name, but inside he is surprisingly kind like the idea. Do you forget your keys? Taehyung asked. Jungkook bit his lip. He doesn't want to look dumb in front of younger and hesitantly nodded his head while still biting his lip and looking at the ground. It just made Taehyung fall for the older more. He thought Jungkook was a big baby. It's okay, let's get spraky at the lobby, Taehyung said with a smile and kind the older his Jungkook took in comfortable. Their hotel room was just near the lobby, so they just reached it in a minute and asked for help on their problem. We all just sent a staff to help you, the lady said with a smile, and Taehyung her. Thanks her. Taehyung then turned to Jungkook. Wanna go for a swim? Taehyung suddenly asked. What? Jungkook asked, not quite understanding what Younger said because he was thinking about something. I said, if you want to go for a swim, Taehyung said, asking the questioning again. And why would I go for a swim, especially with you? Jungkook asked, rising on his eyebrow. I never said I'll go alone, but inside you suggestion it. Then why not? Taehyung said, grinning. Jungkook rolled his eyes. Whatever, he said to make more remarks. They end up roaming around the hotel and they are now at the private pool Taehyung had reserved for their stay here. It's been years since the last time I got to swimming, Taehyung said, pouting while he washed the blue water of the pool. So, why don't you just go for a swim? Jungkook asked, also sitting beside Taehyung and dipping his leg in water. I'm too lazy to go wet. I'll clothe again. Taehyung complaining. Then, don't about going to swimming? Jungkook exclaimed, thinking that Taehyung was being ridiculous. But I just really miss those. Taehyung was cut off when Jungkook pushes him into the pool, shutting him up. Taehyung pushes his wet hair back to see the older and shouted, Hey, why did you push me? He asked. You are being too loud, Jungkook replied. Taehyung scoffed and diving down the pool only to swim back up, holding Jungkook's legs underwater and pulled him down too. Jungkook yelped and soon his body fell down the water too, with Taehyung laughing at him. Jungkook went back up and pushes his hair back and wiped his face, then glared at Taehyung. What did you do? What? That? Jungkook asked in annoyance. Just payback, Taehyung answered. Idiot. He mumbled and slapped water to Taehyung's direction. As a reply, Taehyung did the same until the both of them ended up having a water fight. Water against each other and no one stopping. Hey, can't you stop it now? Taehyung exclaimed, slowly losing from the fight, but the order isn't gonna stop until he wins. And soon Taehyung stopped at slapping water at the holder and covering himself instant. That means Taehyung lose. When Jungkook saw Taehyung defeat his victory and slap his water on last time, Jungkook was having so much fun he didn't even notice how much he laughed. Jungkook isn't a person who always laughs or smiles with other people. But tonight Taehyung made him laugh. You should smile more, Jungkook. You look beautiful in it, Taehyung said. And that's where Jungkook was taken aback. He was not supposed to smile or laugh like that, so he back to his cold face again and rolled his eyes at Taehyung in annoyance. Let's get back to the hotel room, Jungkook said and went out of the pool, feeling the shiver when he felt wind passing his wet body. Taehyung followed the order. good things. There were hotel provide two towels at the side of the pool area, along the same pool, twice such a filming wagon, and many more. They soon went back to their hotel room. But Jungkook's door was still being fixed, and it was said it will take time because their hotel security are on a high technology. Just take a shower here in my room, Taehyung suggested. I won't have clothes to wear, Jungkook responded. I'll let you borrow some, Taehyung said. I'm not wearing your clothes, Jungkook rolled his eyes and said after. Come on, don't be stubborn. You all got sick, Taehyung said. You can't attend the meeting tomorrow when you are sick, Taehyung added. That's your fault for pulling me into the water, Jungkook exclaimed. You pushes me in water first, exclaimed Kyo. That's also your fault for being too, Jungkook said. Taehyung gasped, pretending to be offended. Just wear my clothes, you, Taehyung said, and immediately realizing what he said and feared for his life, Jungkook just started at him. Taehyung thinking of Jungkook's next word like you are fired or go find for a new job. But thankfully, that was not the case. You sounded like my mom, what Jungkook mobile and pushes Taehyung aside to enter his hotel room while covered in the white towel. Taehyung was surprised and started at the surprise for a moment. Security came, Jungkook called, turning Taehyung back to his sons. Come in, Taehyung replied, and closing the front door. You look great in my clothes, Taehyung said with a cheesy smile. Jungkook rolled his eyes. This isn't my style, Jungkook said, and looked at the rainbow pretend pajama he is wearing with an unmoved face. Just get on with it. You look cute with it, Taehyung said. The word cute doesn't fit me. Please stop, Jungkook said, still tying his hair with a towel around his neck. Okay, cutie, Taehyung said, grinning. Do you wanna get slapped? Jungkook asked. No, cutie, Taehyung replied again. Jungkook then took off his slippers and held in his posing to throw it into Taehyung's direction while the younger immediately got off his position in the bed and they started run around to the hotel room.